Hi there everyone, my name's Val. Welcome to my debut video, and I am going to delve deep into our planner aficionado world. And I am ecstatic because after a ton of deliberating and watching a bazillion YouTube videos of all of you amazing creators and going through my different processes and things that I need out of a planner, I changed my mind multiple times, but I finally have made a decision and placed a number of orders, probably more than I need, but and much to the dismay probably of Catherine's team at Sterling Ink, I sent them multiple emails and I had changed my order 2 separate times. And I appreciate them so much for their patience and their stellar customer service. They really, truly were amazing. So I have not yet received my Sterling Ink planners yet, but I cannot wait till they come in. I'm very excited for that. But what did arrive today, shockingly, because I anticipated it taking over a month to get here, was my Sterling, is my Papertess planners, because I ordered 2 of the pockets and I am so excited for them because I have seen them on chapter 48, Kelly Anderson's videos, and then on a number of others. But if you have not watched Kelly's videos, chapter 48, I highly suggest you check her out because she is hilarious. She is very real and just a very awesome person all around, and her videos are really, really fun. And she uses the Papertess pocket planner, so that was the first time I saw the layouts, and I immediately fell in love with it because it really has everything that I need in a planner. And truly, I could probably make that work for all of my planner needs if it was in other sizes. But I think it's also perfect because I really am a big fan of the pocket size. So I think it's still going to be a great everyday carry in my bag. So, lo and behold, anyways, I placed my order on her launch on the 15th, and it is already here from Germany, guys. Apologies for the loud box noises. There's a lot of this pink paper in here, which is cute. Okay, all right. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's wrapped in this nice tissue paper. It says Papertess Designs. Oh, well, there's no way of avoiding ripping that, but okay. Okay, oh my God, look at my babies. Oh my God, they're beautiful. Okay, so we have the pink paper, and then we have this cute little thank you card, which is very nice. Okay, I'll keep that there. I did also get a notebook, so love quality notebooks, and I always need notebooks between school and work and life in general. So we'll start with this just because I want to build up to my exciting planner. So this is the notebook there. It's in the sage color with gold, not rose gold. This is just the gold font lettering, and it's etched in, and it feels, oh my God, this cover is floppy. It's a polyurethane leather feel. I've got the gilded edges, which I adore, and I got a grid. So it opens all nicely. Oh, it needs maybe a little minute here to lay flat. Yep, it will lay flat. Okay, and the paper is Chamoy River, and it feels wonderful. So this is going to be a great addition to my just scratch notebooks, just writing down my day-to-day notes, to-do list, brain dumping, things like that. Although I probably won't need it so much because I bought so many planners, but because I am dedicating. Normally I've tried so hard to live in just one planner, and I'm just realizing it's not working for me. So I have since decided to get a daily planner, and then a separate work planner and a school planner. And the reason being, with those note pages in the back, rather than journaling for school and work, those are going to be my daily notes, whether it's for lectures and assignments and annotating my articles, or if it's taking notes in meetings and projects that I'm doing for work. So, but it's always good to have extra notebooks. So I figured I'm shipping from Germany anyways and paying a lot of money for shipping. So I'm going to get a notebook just because. And it's got the lay flat bound edging. It just, guys, it just feels so nice. I have a thing with, am I the only one out there that just like loves the feel of notebooks and just wants to touch them? And the paper, of high quality paper, I literally have like been known to rub it on my face just because it feels so soft. It probably makes me weird. My husband thinks I'm weird, but that's okay. All right, now let's get to it. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Okay. I'm so excited. All right, so we have the Daily Notebook, pocket size, part 1 and 2. I got them in the sand color. Just because I'm not a fan of black notebooks. I don't know why. Not my jam. So these do not have a gilded edge. We're going to start with part 1 and open her up. There we go. Okay. Oh, jeepers. So I struggle with I have not bought any covers because I don't know if I want to cover them, just because I know I want to protect my babies, but at the same time, a big part of my planning and notebooking is the feel. I just love the feel of quality paper and a quality notebook and a bendy notebook. I'm not one for the reason I didn't go for the Hobonichi Weeks and that, because I don't like the hardcovers as much. I just find it more enjoyable to have a soft cover, which I know is not going to hold up as well. So I may have to cover it, but I hesitate because it's just so stinking cute. Now, in her previous versions, she had a closure elastic. That's what I couldn't think of the word. Sorry, an elastic closure that came around it, which I may have liked, but she said it was just there was a design flaw and it just wasn't staying. But she still does include a pocket on the back for stickers and such. And there is a ribbon, and some people I know are not fans of ribbons, but I do love the ribbons. I love the ribbons. We'll get to it because I just want to wait to open it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start with, okay, that's actually a pretty thick cover. It's also the PU leather. It feels so nice and soft. And it doesn't, yeah, no, that's attached. Okay, so that's attached right there to what feels like a cardstock there. It opens nice. This notebook belongs to, oop, that's a little stuck. Oh, looks like a little bit of the adhesive must have leaked out in the process. It happens, you know, and who cares about this page, honestly? I don't. So I'll probably end up just maybe cutting that out or gluing it down so then I don't, because that might annoy me. But okay, so that feels so nice. All right, so we have that. It lays fairly flat. I mean, it's just the cover, so you're going to have that little bounce back for a bit. That's fine by me. We have a blank page of both sides have grid, or not grid, I'm sorry, dot grid. Then we have our 2025 yearly overview, which for this particular planner, because this is going to be my personal daily planner, carried around in all my bags. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one so much for tracking, but because one of the reasons I like her planner design is the built-in trackers, because again, I have limited time and you're going to see in my planners, I love to have the deco and do the whole artistic thing, and I am a avid hobbyist of dipping my toe in and then not going any further because I just don't have time to commit to things. So I do very minimal design, and especially having to like lay out my trackers and do the whole creating it from scratch. I just can't do that for everything. So one of the reasons I loved this little pocket is because of the trackers that are already built in. So maybe I will use this one for a tracker too. I usually do, I'll track like cycles and my paydays and things, because I also only get paid once a month, which is sometimes a struggle, but really it's kind of nice when you think about it, because I just know my payday, I pay all my bills once, and then I'm done with it. So, but it's nice to know when that payday is going to fall and all that. So I might use that for this. Then we have another dot grid blank spread, and then straight into our monthly for January. The grid, or there's no grid or dots on this, it's just blank spacing. I would probably prefer having some kind of dots or boxes just to help me write straight, because I don't. I think most of us don't. But you can see through the pages, so I mean, but it's all blank, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But this also is my quickie jot down. This is not going to be a pretty planner, so I'm okay with it. It doesn't really matter. The weeks are here, and I don't mind them there, and I like having this box here because I can track like what needs to be done this week or goals or whatnot. But maybe I might have liked this to be smaller, maybe just like the WK and then the week number up in the corner or something, or maybe along the vertical edge, or maybe over here even. It doesn't really matter. That doesn't bother me. None of these are all nitpicky things. This is a gorgeous planner, so already like that does not matter to me so much. But so you've got your calendar. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, then a 2-page spread of dot grid pages, and then into our this month lists. So I was thinking about what I would use these for, and I think maybe, again, I'm a very functional planner, guys. You guys do such beautiful creative things. I don't have the brain capacity at this moment to be that creative. Although I do find a lot of joy and enjoyment when I do find moments to do something creative. But I probably will use these for like either forward planning or like writing this month, like the days off that my boys have from school, or half days when I need to plan for that. People's birthdays, holidays, things like that. It'd probably be associated with the date. Sorry, that's not very exciting, but that's probably what I'll do with it. So we have that for all 6 months. Then you have your 2-page dot grid again, which I do like that she puts this in between each little section to give you that degree of separation. And for those of you who are super artistic and crafty, you can make a dashboard here. You can do a theme. You can do a collection. You can even so you're moving on to your quarterly, so you can do like a fun font quarterly and do a picture there, a vision board. You can do so many things with those. So I do like those little degrees of separation. Then we move into our quarterly overviews. I am going to be using my work planner quarterlies as my project management tracking. So I probably will not use this for work projects or anything. And also for my school planner, I have to do a D&P project, which is the equivalent of a dissertation or thesis for your PhD. So my D&P project is a 2-year project that I am working on currently. So I will be doing the quarterly tracking and mapping out probably all in my school planner. So for these, I'm not sure if I'm going to put maybe personal goals and things I want to achieve for that quarter, whether it be exercise or my fun reading, which I try to squeeze in as much as I can, bill paying, things like that. Maybe that might be a good thing for this, is doing maybe some financial goals, savings, and also for the kids, prepping for their camp schedule, summer camps, their mid-year school camps, Christmas gift planning, things like that. So I like that you can break things down by quarter. I do work better in small chunks, so that is good for me. So we have our 2 quarters for the first half of the year, and the other 2 will be in that half. So that takes you through April and June for quarter 2. Then we have another dot grid dashboard, or 2 blank pages. Then this one of my favorite parts here is the pre-made trackers. What I'm going to track, I don't know, but I'm excited to have the ability to do it without having to make it myself. So some things I would ideally like to track are like water intake, because I'm very bad at that. Weights, my sleep, because I tend to be cramming into the wee hours of the night after the boys go to bed, and I am doing schoolwork very late, sometimes till like 2 in the morning, and then I get up between 5:30 and 6 in the morning, so it makes for long days, and my sleep is not great. So I do try to get better at that, so that's something I could track here. My days that I read for fun, or it could be something as boring as my bills for the month, and then when that maybe actually made more sense when I got paid bi-weekly, but now getting paid monthly, I usually pay everything within the first week of the month, so then I don't have to think about it again. So I guess that really wouldn't be too useful, but there are a million things in the world we can track, so I'm sure I'll figure that out. Then we have another blank page spread of dot grid pages, and then we go into this little dashboard, which is a weekly overview, and this is what I need. I need a monthly view, because I need that bird's eye view of what's going on and what's upcoming. But then I really, really like having a week overview to see what is happening this week, where I need to be. I work hybrid. I go into my office because my office is an hour away. So I go in once a week, and unless I have a project in the hospitals that I have to go more frequently, but for the most part, I work from home 4 days a week and go in once a week. But sometimes I have other things I have to do and go into on-site meetings and such. So I need to know what days I have to travel, because I also have to then plan for my kids. So knowing that week overview of where I need to be and where my kids need to be and when they have practices for sports and taekwondo and these things. This is huge for me. So having this, and then having, like, I can break it down by, highlights for the week of, like, need to know information, need to accomplish this for school, work, family, need to order groceries because, again, I'm so crazy busy these days. Like, I sometimes forget that I have to get groceries and feed my family. So I have to remind myself, okay, you need to place a Walmart drop-off order or pickup order, and that's usually how I get my groceries most of the time. And then I go in and pick up meat and produce like once a week. So all that stuff is on my weekly overview. Then we get into our daily pages, and they're not daily pages where I have to feel committed to journal and do all these things, which I'm terrible at, and I get defeated. No, this is just what I want. I have my week overview. Then every day for that week, I have the hours, the main hours from 6 to 9. And then I suppose I would probably prefer gridded pages to the lines, but I don't hate it. So, but here I can write down my daily to-do, my daily appointments or meetings that I have, and just like need to know to-do list, brain dump, whatever it is for that day, things. I like that it is, no, not like, I love, because this is just how my brain works. I love that all the monthlies are in the front. Then you have a week overview, your 7 days, Saturday, Sunday, a weekly review, just whatever. And then your next week spread, then your 7 days, week spread and 7 days. That is just perfection to me because that is my brain and how it works. I like my big bird's eye view in my monthlies. Like, okay, this is what's going on. Then I plan my week. I know what's going on big picture. I know what's going on in the immediate. And then reminders from my day. Boom, done. Moving on to the next week. That, to me, is utter perfection. And if this was in, I'm still playing around with sizes, so I'm not sure. But if this was in a B6 or the N1 traveler size, I've been playing with the sizes, but I feel like hovering in those arenas is where my sweet spot's going to be. This is going to be my first B6, so I'll know more after I play with this notebook. But although, look at this. This is really not that much. I mean, it is. It's much smaller, but not really. If you... Okay, I mean, yeah, it is. It's like probably, I'd say 2 inches and 2 inches on either side. But, I mean, it's really, to me, that's not that big a deal. I don't know. Maybe pocket size is my thing. Maybe that's going to be my jam. I don't know. We'll figure this out together, guys. I'm not sure. Oh, and here's that ribbon. I love ribbons. I'm very old school, guys. I like old leather-bound books. I love ribbon bookmarks. I just love the olden day feel of things. So I don't know. Maybe this could be it forever. But I do, even though I'm terrible at it, I do want to get into journaling and such. And I don't think I can do that in this size for everything. So I do, and just because I love these so much, and I think I like the variety of sizes. I think I'm going to probably stick for a while with having multiple planners and just see where I go from it. But I have to tell you, this was one that I was probably most excited about, and a lot of it has to do with this layout is just my dream. It is perfection. And also, look at that font, is beautiful. And the lines, I mean, the font is very light gray, and it's a soft, creamy white paper. It's not cream, not cream colored like I've seen in the Hobonichi Weeks, but not a bright white either. It's a soft white that I really like because it's nice on the eyes, and this gray font is a very pretty, delicate font, and it's very thin and light, and I just love it. And then, I'm sorry, I forgot to go over what's after. So once you get through to, it goes through to July 6th. So once you get through those dailies and at the end, your last week review, you have these dot grid blank pages at the back for daily notes, to-dos, jot down ideas, fleeting thoughts. I forgot to point out, okay, no. So the front, the planner portion is not numbered pages, but from the blank pages, the beginning of them, you start with a number 1, and it goes all the way through, and you get 102 blank dot grid pages, which is just perfect because it's not too thick, not too thin, feels very nice in your hand. This is just utter perfection to me. I'll just really quick open this up for you guys just so you can see the second part 2, but it is the same thing, just different dates. So we have part 2, and this one goes, so this ended on July 6th. This begins with you still have a whole full year overview, which is nice because you can look back. Did this one stick? Nope. And this one did not stick, this page, so that is nice. Then we have our July monthly calendar, August, September, October, November, December. Then we go into our blank spread in between, our this month logging, tracking pages, I'm not sure what to call those. Another blank spread. Our quarter 3 and quarter 4, so July to September, and quarter 4, October to December. Blank grid. Our lovely trackers, one for each month. So, sorry, I skipped one. There we go. July, August, September, October, November, December, blank grid. And then into our weekly overviews. The weekly overview picks up June 30th through July 6th. So that last week that is in your part 1, you actually get it again here to kind of cover you, or do any carryover, which is nice. So see, you have your June 30th through July 6th here, and you can pick it up right there in part 2, which is pretty thoughtful. I like that. And you have your daily pages for that week, your weekly review, how everything went, and then you go back into your weekly overview, and then these all go through till December. That's funny, I opened it right to Christmas. And okay, so actually this is nice too. So your part 2, it carries you, your dailies go to the end of December. Then you have this carryover week into the first week of January for the next year, for 2026. Then your dailies goes to January 1, 2, 3, 4. Weekly review. Then you go into your blank dot grid pages, numbers starting at number 1 and 2. And then how many do we have in this one? We get the same 102, which is fabulous. So that is it, everyone. This is the 2025 Papertess Designs Daily Notebook Part 1 and Part 2 for 2025 that I am simply ecstatic about, and I cannot wait to set up and start using. And I received my shipping notification today from Catherine's team on Sterling Ink, so I will be getting those soon, and I will make another video on that, and then I will make a video kind of introducing myself a little bit more and what I have going on, because as many videos as there are out there that I love and adore, there are not a lot of people in my kind of boat that are talking about messy real life planning when you have utter chaos going on in your life and you're in a very demanding school program, academic program, you're working full-time, you've got a full-time family. There's not a lot of creators I see that are sharing that kind of hectic lifestyle. So I'm hoping, I know there's more people out there like me, so I'm hoping that I can fill that gap, and we can kind of be on this journey together and get through the chaos together. So thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry for all the chattiness. This is my first time and I am a bit nervous. So if you like the vibe and are intrigued to find out more, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.